good, YouTube? Making the peanut butter jelly, mayonnaise, got the peanut butter right there, the jelly and the mayo. We got 2 slices of habanero jalapeno pepper jack cheese on the burger. Yeah, we make a crazy old burger. Right now I'm watching the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And while I'm watching the debate, I got kind of hungry. That side's perfect. I put the camera down to melt this cheese on the patty just right. I kind of wanted Bernie Sanders to win, but he didn't get the Democratic nominee. Yeah, even though Wyoming voted for Bernie Sanders as a Democratic nominee, the overall vote for Democratic nominee was not given to him. He technically didn't drop out of the race. He kind of just stood alongside to support Hillary Clinton, you know. But a lot of people were pissed that he didn't get the nomination. If he hadn't gotten screwed out of the Democratic nomination, Bernie Sanders would have won, hands down, without a doubt. But get the cheese on there just right, and we got the stove turned down to simmer. As soon as that cools off, that cheese is gonna melt. And we're gonna stick the burger patty with the pepper jack cheese. And this pepper jack cheese has habaneros and jalapenos in it. We're gonna stick the cheeseburger on top of the peanut butter and the jelly part on top, and we might even try to taste it. See how it's holding up. Let the pan cool down a bit before you toast the buns. And this is the process of a beautiful sandwich here. And I've tried the peanut butter jelly and mayonnaise, which is the plain hamburger patty. It's pretty good. But I'm going to try adding some spicy habanero jalapeno pepper jack cheese to it. This might be an interesting combination indeed. I'm still quite undecided with Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Hillary Clinton comes off very strong as a mob boss. You know, Donald Trump comes off very strong as somebody who has no experience in politics. Donald Trump wants to run his campaign, but yet here's the kicker of it. He has all these casinos he was going to start, and the casino business failed big time. You want somebody for president who had a lot of failed businesses like Donald Trump? Probably not, no. That cheese is melted on it pretty good. Just like that. Okay, that right there looks pretty good. The cheese is melted. Let's turn the stove up to a below medium heat right there. And we're going to put the sandwich together. And then we'll try to toast the sandwich bun while it's all together. So peanut butter, jelly, mayonnaise, hamburger, pepper jack cheese. Yeah, this is as weird as they come for burgers, man. Some of you are going to look at this burger and be like, what in the actual fuck are you doing? I'm making me a sandwich, that's what I'm fucking doing. I'm gonna squish this down a little bit while that pan heats up. to make this easier to cook on myself. If I see any, when I squish it down, if I see any excess on the outside from squishing it down, you want to make sure that all the excess squeezing out the side of the sandwich is cleaned up. Take the fork and go around the edge of it. Make sure it ain't coming out overflowing. Yeah. I don't want this getting stuck to the pan again, because last time I made a grilled sandwich, one of the sandwiches was cooked good, the other one was all burnt to shit on the top, and that's just no. I'm not having that. Here's all that hamburger grease that we cooked the patty in. Let's see if we can't toast the sandwich in the hamburger grease, and to keep it from sticking, we use some of this cooking spray. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this right, YouTube. Put the patty side with the cheese on top. We'll do the we'll toast the bottom side of it first. It makes it easier. Now, I didn't have any paprika for the patty, so I used a mixture of salt and sugar to season the patty up on the burger. I seasoned one side of it lightly, put that side down on the pan, then seasoned the other side, and then continued to flip it until the patty was cooked. Alright. That side's toasted perfectly. I'm gonna grill this sandwich to perfection. Turn that off. YouTube. That sandwich is cooked to perfection on both sides. There's the top. Flip it over, there's the bottom. Yeah.
Well, I think you've just seen another example of the switch here. For 40 years, everyone running for president has released their tax returns. You can go and see nearly, I think, 39, 40 years of our tax returns, but everyone has done it. We know the IRS has made clear there is...
So while I'm watching the presidential debate, I make a crazy ass random sandwich. I'll turn on this light so you can see me eat it. Now you saw me make it. The ingredients: peanut butter, jelly, grape mayonnaise, or peanut butter grape jelly mayonnaise, yeah. And hamburger patty and pepper jack cheese. And the pepper jack cheese has habaneros, jalapenos in it. The spicy cheese might be a weird combination to it, but this is redeeming myself for burning the last sandwich I made out of the last two. So let's see how I did. And I'll prop the camera up against the spittoon here. Yeah.
If he's paid zero, that means zero for troops, zero for vets.
That's not gonna work. Shit.
Or health.
Ashtray might work too. Let's see.
All that enthusiastic about
Here's that sandwich again.
the rest of our country see what the
Yeah.
real reasons are, because it must be something really important, even terrible, that he's trying to hide. And the financial disclosure statement, they don't give you the tax rate. They don't give you all the details that tax returns would. And it just seems to me that
What do you think, YouTube? Is that too weird for you to try?
deserve to see, and I have no reason to believe that
Not too weird for me.
to release his tax returns, because there's something he's hiding. And we'll guess. We'll keep guessing at what it might be.
Oh, YouTube.
But I think the question is, were he ever to get near the White House, what would be those conflicts? Who does he owe money to?
That sandwich
Well, he owes
is so good.
the answers to that, and he should provide them.
He also raised the issue of your emails. Do you want to respond to that?
I do.
There's that cross section.
Using a private email.
That's for sure.
And if I had to do it over again, I would obviously do it differently.
Why the fuck is this sandwich not in restaurants?
It was a mistake, and I take responsibility for that.
Mr. Trump?
This is messy, greasy goodness right here.
That was not a mistake. That was done
The
perfectly.
pepper jack cheese does add a little bit of spiciness to it.
The Fifth Amendment.
Well, that complements the sweetness of the jelly and when the jelly mixes with the mayonnaise and then the peanut butter. Yeah, that's
And believe me, this country thinks
that's pretty good, yo.
really thinks it's disgraceful also. As far as my tax returns, you don't learn that much from tax returns, that I can tell you. You learn a lot from financial disclosure. And you should go down and take a look at that. The other thing, I'm extremely under-leveraged. The report that...
Yeah, I'm definitely have to wash my hands after eating this.
Friends of mine that know my business said, boy, that's really not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money relative to what I had. The buildings that were in question, they said in the same report, which was actually...
Here's that cross section again.
But the buildings are worth $3.9 billion. And the 650...
Messy good right here.
It's not 650, it's much less than that. But I could give you a list of banks. I would, if that would help you, I would give you a list of banks. These are very fine institutions, very fine banks. I could do that very quickly. I am very under-leveraged. I have a great company. I have a tremendous income. And the reason I say that is not in a braggadocious way. It's because it's about time that this country has somebody running that has an idea about money. We have $20 trillion.
I'd serve these for dessert at my restaurant. And when I say if I had a restaurant, you know, it'd be all done by clean, sanitary rules and all that good shit.
World country. You landed LaGuardia, you landed Kennedy, you landed LAX, you landed Newark, and you come in from Dubai and Qatar, and you see these incredible, you
Yeah.
come from China, you see these incredible airports, and you land, we become a third world country. So, the worst of all things has happened. We owe $20 trillion, and we're a mess. We haven't even started. And we've spent $6 trillion in the Middle East, according to a report that I just saw. Whether it's 6 or 5, looks like it's 6. $6 trillion. In the Middle East, we could have rebuilt our country twice.
Oh,
And it's politicians like Secretary
sorry about dropping the camera there.
caused this problem. Our country
I finished that monstrosity of a mess. Now I'm gonna wash up.
and we have a country that needs new roads,
Be right back.
bridges, new airports, new schools, new hospitals, and we don't have the money because it's been squandered on so many of your ideas.
And maybe because you haven't paid any federal income tax for a lot of years. And the other thing I think is important is the stronger student. If your main aim to become the United States is your business, then I think we should talk about that. You know, your campaign manager says that you don't criticism and that's a little bad. A lot of the people who were dishwashers, painters, architects, glass installers, marble installers, drapery installers, like my dad was, who you refused to pay when they finished the work that you asked them to do. We have an architect in the audience who designed one of your clubhouses at one of your golf courses. It's a beautiful facility. It immediately was put to use, and you wouldn't pay what the man needed to be paid, what he was charging you.
Maybe he didn't do a good job, and I was
Well,
unsatisfied with his work, which our country should do
the
too.
thousands of people that you have skipped over the course of your business.
That sandwich I made, was so damn good.
From someone who has
I started making it, and I'm like, I've had that sandwich before, the
and then refused to pay
hamburger patty on a peanut butter and jelly and mayonnaise all toasted. It's pretty good. That was the first time I actually added a pepper jack cheese to it, with the habanero jalapeno mixed into it. The cheese wasn't too spicy at all. It didn't overpower the rest of the sandwich. It actually complemented it quite nicely. And I wanted to redeem myself for that cooking video I made where I burnt the shit out of one of my other sandwiches. I'm like, nah, B, we can't have that. I didn't show you the entire process of making it, but it's pretty straightforward. 2 slices of bread, 1 slice gets mayonnaise and the jelly mixture, and then the other slice gets peanut butter. And you set that aside, cook up your patty. You season the patty with just a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt. And then when the patty is cooked to perfection, stick the patty on the peanut butter side. And melted cheese is optional, but either way you shape it.
Secretary Clinton talks about people that didn't get paid. First of all,
got the debate going on in the background. I try to stay politically kept up with the modern times, that sort of thing.
But I take advantage of the laws of the nation because I'm running a company. My obligation right now is to do well for myself, my family, my employees, for my companies. And that's what I do. But what she doesn't say is the tens of thousands of people that are unbelievably happy and that love me. I'll give you an example. We're just opening up.
That's all I got left in the pack is 4. This will be my 5th one.
So if I don't get there one way, I'm gonna get
A smoke after a sandwich like that? Oh, dude. That had to be the most unhealthy, grossest, greasiest looking, messiest sandwich you ever did see, but oh man.
I'm a year ahead of schedule, and that's what this country should be doing.
And I basically showed you how to make your own, so if you wanted to do that, I showed you the finishing steps of it, Oh, that was good.
People that know what they're doing. When we look at the budget is bad to a large extent because we have people that have no idea as to what to do and how to buy. The Trump International is way under budget and way ahead of schedule, and we should be able to do that for our country.
We're well behind schedule, so I want to move to our next segment. We move into our next segment talking about America's direction, and let's start by talking about race. The share of Americans who say race relations are bad in this country is the highest it's been in decades. Much of it amplified by shootings of African Americans by police, as we've seen recently in Charlotte and Tulsa. Race has been a big issue in this campaign, and one of you is going to have to bridge a very wide and bitter gap. So how do you heal the divide? Secretary Clinton, you get 2 minutes on this.
Well, you're right. Race remains a significant challenge in our country. Unfortunately, race still determines too much. Often determines where people live, determines what kind of education in their public schools they.
I'm not going to bore you with political bullshit. You want to see a cooking video of me watching the debate? I'm going to pause that for a second. I like to watch the political debates. It's good to stay informed on what the sides are saying, you know what I'm saying? It makes for a much better guess on November 8th. I am a registered voter, so I might as well, you know what I'm saying? I might as well use that right to vote. Now, earlier today, I was trying to collab with my homeboy Scotty on a video, I had these chips and dip, and he's like, let's do a food review, alright? So we're planning it out, and as we're planning out, his niece got hungry, and it was her nap time, so she got some french fries made for her and stuff, and then his younger nephew that's not yet in school was asking if he could have some of the chips, and I wasn't going to be greedy. I said, yeah, sure, why not? And then, make one giant-ass food review. One person asked if they were my kids, and the answer is no, they're not. They're not. They're Scotty's niece and nephew. But it has the adorable factor of it, and that's what's going to sucker people in for views. And not necessarily in a bad way either. When I say sucker people in for views, I don't mean that in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, alright, that's all cool and dandy, but we gotta do a little food review on the side and keep them videos fresh, you know what I'm saying? Smoking a Pyramid Red 100. As far as cheap cigarettes go, they're not half bad. But of course I had that window open after cooking because even though the food I cooked was not spicy at all, very sweet, and the spiciness from the cheese gave it a nice mellow, subtle difference. The taste combination is wild because it goes from sweet to spicy to savory to greasy all in one, and it's just, it was early in the morning, and I'm like watching the presidential debates, and I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. What can I do here? I'm listening to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump ramble on about random shit, and I'm like, what sounds good? A fucking burger. But then I was putting together the mayonnaise, peanut butter, and jelly combo, and I think I redeemed myself for burning that bread in that last video by making that sandwich right there. Most definitely. If you were to tell someone it was a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich and they took one bite of it, chances are they'd be like, oh dude, this is really good. Like seriously, what the fuck did you put in this? I'm telling you right now, if any fast food restaurant out there did that sandwich and offered it to customers, they make a pretty good living off of that. The cheese added to the burger wasn't spicy enough to make a difference. It was spicy enough to add a different taste to it. It was subtle but not overdone. And, yeah. After putting the peanut butter on one slice of bread and the jelly and mayonnaise on the other side, mayo first and jelly, mix it up on one slice of bread, then peanut butter on the other, basically, yeah. I mean, cooking that patty was the easiest part of that. And using that non-stick cooking spray to keep the patty and the sandwich itself from sticking, that overall helped with the performance of making it. And, yeah. I've been trying to fight a cold these last couple of days, and my body's doing a pretty good job of doing it. I've been getting all that mucus out and shit. And while I fight off getting sick, I also get sick and tired of the bullshit, and I want some real answers, So that's why it's important to watch the presidential debates and stuff. I'll go ahead and upload this video and continue watching this while I upload the video. Thanks for watching my cooking video, YouTube.